Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you are in the randomizer world. I am Nitro6003, and this is the Fighter Sword Mentor Tournament Brackets. I'm joined alongside in the commentary booth by my good buddy, smercjd. How are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic today, Nitro. Thank you so much. I am so excited for this. How are you?
I'm good. So today we have argy versus huffpuff, and I've overheard in the commentators booth that you actually were huffpuff's mentee. Is that correct? He was your
Uh,
mentee.
he was. I did mentor Huffpuff. I can't remember if it was week 2 or 3, one of those. I think it was week 2, maybe 4. I don't remember anymore. But he was definitely one of my mentees, and we definitely had a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited and looking forward to this. But before we get into that, I kind of wanted to go into a brief history of their Swiss time and tournament. Huffpuff and argy both finished in the Fighter Sword bracket with a 2-4 record. Moving into the Fighter Sword bracket, I'll start with argy, who took down Cesar Martins and Aranha, both of which are Brazilian runners. 2-0 versus Cesar Martins, 2-1 versus Aranha, and 2-0 versus Captain Bluebow to make it to the final. And Huffpuff took down Nugs and then Jarok 13, and both of those were 2-0s. And then he went 2-1 versus Koopa Diola. And right now we're in the finals where Huffpuff has already taken down argy once. So it's 1-0. This will be game 2. If Huffpuff wins, he wins the Fighter Sword bracket of the Mentor Tournament 2022. If he loses, we go on to a third match. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it's really special to me to be a part of this race as a commentator, as I'm sure it is for you too, Nitro. Since both of us and our tracker, Captain 1977, all three of us were in the Fighter Sword bracket last year for the 2021 Mentor Tournament.
Yeah, and you won the Mentor Tournament last year for the Fighter Sword. And we are off, and guess what? This is standard assured, so for the next 5.5, 6 minutes, depending on what we get, we have to go through the escape. We got to rescue Zelda, get her from her cell, and bring her all the way back to the sanctuary. So let's see what we get. So yeah, 6 minutes, 5.5, 6 minutes, depending on how fast you move, going through the standard escape.
This is your favorite mode, right, Nitro?
Oh
Standard?
yeah, favorite. Standard assured.
I wanted to take a brief minute before we get going here as well to thank Amarith and the Go Mode podcast for putting on this restream today. As I said, Fighter Sword bracket is really special to me. And to thank Captain 1977 for being our tracker today, popping in at the last minute to do this. And I definitely want to give a giant shout out to both of our runners today, for both. And that's a cane of Samaria right away.
Oh, no need for Samaria, huh? We're going to be doing Ice Palace early. So it looked like we had full crystal light world with red crystal at Eastern Palace. So that's always a nice thing to see. 3 out of our 7 in the light world.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite layouts when you get 3 crystals in the light world. Wait, was it crystals?
It was all, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Eastern was a red. And this is sword assured. Yes, Link to the Past. Yes, sword assured. So both of them have a sword. Have to go through escape. They have bombs for the back of escape now. And
yep, I was just gonna say the same thing. The guards are being nice and dropping bombs today in their price pack, so they're both gonna be able to get to that back without any trouble.
Yep, and so with Huffpuff having a 1-0 lead in this series, do you think he plays it a little safer, or do you think he's going to play it more aggressive and, try to take those gambles?
And that's a great point you bring up. Like that's something that, like, as a mentee, at least for me last year, it was like, do I even think about the metagame? Do I even consider, like, should I play more aggressive? Should I play more, a little bit safer, considering I have a 1-up lead? I definitely think it's something in their minds. And man, this escape is kind of loaded. We got gloves here as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you? What do you think?
I mean, if I were in Huffpuff's shoes, I might play a little bit safer. But I mean, again, I save and quit right out of Sank and go South Shore, especially with the sword. But you know, maybe he again wants to just get Kakarika out of the way. And if I'm RG, maybe you do play a little bit more aggressive because your tournament life is on the line. If you lose, there is no tomorrow. But if at least you win, there is a tomorrow and a potential for a game 3. And if it even better, if they tie, we get more games out of it.
Yeah, that's always the dream, right? We
Right?
always want to
Yeah.
go around.
Yeah. We always need more rando, right? All right. With just a heart container in Zelda cell, no way to mirror back and go through the escape a little faster. So we still have to walk all the way back.
So, okay, with this glove already in hand and having a sword as well, would you be considering doing a mountain play before heading to either South Shore or CAC?
Uh, oh boy, that's an interesting question. For only 2 checks, I wouldn't. Personally, I'd much rather go either South Shore or Saha for guaranteed. But again, if you want that save and quit point, then absolutely, yeah, you could do it. But again, I would rather go South Shore first and then maybe get a flute and flute up there a little more quicker to save the old man. But again, let's see what these runners decide to do. That glove kind of really doesn't do very much by itself.
Ooh, Archie taking the right side path here. Ooh, pro moves. This might be that aggressive move you're talking about earlier, right?
Oh, Archie just wants map completion, so he's going the other way.
I see a comment in chat about from Mr. Ingerpants, the spins do the same damage as slashes to the ball and chain guard, and that is true. I think the intent there was to try to get spins that hit him twice.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot of people prefer that strategy. It's a little bit easier and safer to execute than the full slashes. But you know, we're all at different stages doing our own making our own choices about how to approach these things. I think RG was using the pots on the ball and chain guard.
That's my method.
It's definitely the safest method.
All right, let's see. Oh, we have a master.
Man.
Oh, who gambles Aga right after instead?
We were talking about this before the race started. I was commenting on how this could be a low escape, and Amarith rolled this seed, right? And so far, Amarith has been rolling some crazy seeds lately for finals matches. So this is exciting to see. We have a Master Sword, a glove, the Cane of Samaria. The world is opening already. What will we do?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is something. If I got Lamp here, I don't know if I don't know. Do you still gamble potential Aga? I don't know, maybe not.
I mean,
But
it
yeah,
also
no,
depends on how
definitely no
they feel
Lamp.
without land.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it really depends on that. If you're comfortable with those dark rooms, and if you just know that it's going to be an Aga seed, you might as well do it while you're here. But yeah, no lamp, so you can't. It's not in logic, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Rescuing the old man is not in
Exactly.
logic without the lamp
Also,
either.
absolutely. Amarith in chat saying, with glove in hand, if I'm feeling aggressive, I would go to South Shore to Agina, get him out of the way, and maybe pay out if something's there. That's
Yeah,
a good point too. I mean, like if you find, like let's say, a Moon Pearl. Well, okay, Escape. We need one more item for Dark World access.
yeah,
Um,
but we're not going to get it here. There's our map check, seeing the red crystal at Eastern. Again, I like to save and quit out of it, especially with swords, to go to South Shore. That's just my intention route to hope to get the flute before going to CAC, or getting a bottle or something that could make CAC even more exciting. But let's see what Huffpuff decides to do.
okay, more bombs in the tier or in the tree pool there. We'll see if we get a lumberjack check here.
Looks like
Looks
it.
like it.
Yeah,
Jinx.
I just and they're both kind of following each other, which is kind of interesting. Let's see, what is on Lumberjack Ledge? Just $50. Won't be needing that. Although I could argue if you really want a 216 the game, you're going to need that. But again, not betting.
Or who knows? Maybe you're really in need of $50, and
Yeah, right.
the rats in this game. You're gonna go there.
All right, let's see what's where the mushroom normally is. Oh, we got some magic going there, which is good. So unless Ag is needed for Dark World access, Huffpuff almost forgot the mushroom spot. Although it wasn't important, but you don't want to forget it when you're standing right there.
Right. Yeah, if you're coming this path, you definitely wanna at least see what's there. Missing something like that could be a disaster later on. So, and RG's
I
doing
have missed
okay.
that before. I have missed that before against you, so I prefer not to do that.
Yep. I think what you missed was the flute in the sanctuary.
Yep.
That was rough. But here they are. Archie is deciding to pick up these heart pieces early on. Probably making sure to play it a little safe in case he comes up against some lower percent situations later. Um, Amarith in chat saying last seed for Gold Sword Bronze match, there were Mitts, Pearl, and Hammer all in Kakariko. So, yep, that sounds like a crazy seed.
Yep. All right, let's see what's in blind cell. Let's see if he was a good thief today or not. So our first chest will be opened up here momentarily. Just $20 in that one. Heart piece in the second one. $5 in the third, and the fourth has triple bomb. So nothing yet. Blind's out a little very dry. Not a good thief here today. Although we still have one more chance. Nope, just triple bomb.
Nope.
Sadly,
Yeah.
Blind not doing his job by being a good thief today.
Yeah, no, that was a bad thief right there. Not a great job, indeed.
All right,
I don't know if you got this earlier, but I did try to jinx you. We said the same thing at the same time to jinx you, but I don't know if it's allowed to jinx a company. So I'm glad you didn't follow it.
All right, into the well we go. $20 in the first chest. We have another chest here in the back that we have to get as well. See what that is. Just 50 more bucks. So maybe
Okay, well,
game's staying going to Zora.
Yeah, well, now you don't have to go do AGA, right? You got the $50 there.
Yeah. Oh, we got mid. We got Dark World access.
Dark World access. Mid and the Ether and Dime.
So, yeah, definitely a loaded CAC with the bottle vendor having 20 more bucks. That's a scam, just as we hoped. He's definitely taking lessons from King Zora. Now, as a runner, would you go directly into the Dark World, or do you go to South Shore first?
Okay, well, you know me, right? With Mitts and Pearl Dark World access, I am definitely going to Dark World from Kakariko here because it's the easy way, right? Like, you don't have to go all the way around. And I'm definitely doing the current jump and going directly to Pod. That would be my play right here. After finishing CAC, I would go there. How about you?
What I would do after CAC is I'd go straight to the Dark World and check my map and see where my crystals are and potentially get a couple crystals out of the way. Maybe even rescue the Smith, and if there's some things I can do with the Smith, take care of that as well.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Absolutely.
I know mirrorless Smith chain is awful, but it just again,
you never know.
Mid's early, could be something big on the Smith, and if you know your opponent doesn't do the Smith, you want to do it. All right, so let's see. Race game has 10. So it looks like RG is going to the Dark World.
RG's heading to Dark World.
And Huffpuff is saving and quitting, going back to Sank. Let's see where he goes.
Is this a mountain play?
It could be. All right, RG into the Dark World we go. Let's get a map check, RG. So we have pendants at Skull Woods and Thieves Town
and Green Swamp.
And Green Pendant Swamp, with our 5/6 crystal being an ice. So the rest are all crystals. Oh, he's setting up to get money for Zora, it looks like.
Ah, yeah, this is a Houlihan play.
All right, so we have green pendant. So we have two pendants on the left side of the map. So that's a little sad.
Yeah,
I don't like green pendant. I don't like pendant Thieves Town. It always has something.
Me neither. I hate it when Thieves Town is pendant.
Yeah.
And Swamp. Swamp as a pendant is always scary because you never know what's going to happen with that hookshot.
Yep.
Okay, so Huffpuff is taking the South Shore play, and Archie is looking into the pendant Skullwoods.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're Huffpuff, you want to do stuff. Again, if you find something that makes Skullwoods a little easier, you don't know what the crystals and pendants are yet. What if you find the hammer? What if you find something else that just makes this a lot easier for yourself? So I actually don't think this is a bad play by Huffpuff. But again, RG down one game, going right in, seeing what he has to do. Maybe again, he gets the item that he needs here to put him in a big position.
Absolutely could happen. We will see. He also has the cape in here. So that bumper ledge is in logic.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people like to do regular seeds where they play a really thorough Sphere 0, Sphere 1, which is kind of what Huff is doing here. So, like you said, maybe he's playing this a little safer, just in case, whereas RG is taking that more aggressive approach here.
Yeah, and sadly, dying is not the greatest position, but he'll go back and do that bomb jump. I thought he was a little low on both those. Needs to get a little higher. All right, into Mini Moldorm Cave we go. $5, a heart piece, which gives him a heart refill on another heart container, and 20 more bucks. And oh, he's got a tempered sword. So see, that pays off by itself, because anything that RG does now, he's doing on Master Sword, and the difference between Master Sword and tempered is way better. So as far as Huffpuff's concerned, he's on a sword advantage, which right now is big because all the bosses are pretty challenging.
For sure. And it looks like RG having a little trouble with the bomb jump there for Skull with Chess is going to go ahead and take the vanilla path here. I like this, try it a couple times. If it's not working, just do it the normal way so you're not wasting too much time. Just 20 bucks there in Skullwoods, though.
All right, so let's see what is hidden in the Ice Rod Cave here. It is just $20 more. So saving Criff by Huffpuff. Let's see where he goes next.
Yeah, unfortunately, Huffpuff did not find any extra cash. I think he might have been hoping for some cash to do fake flippers into Zora with that Houlihan play, but he didn't get enough. 449, decided not to go ahead and continue gambling into the fake flippers checks. This is either Dark World or Mountain.
Yeah, at this point, again, I mean, it looks like he's heading for the mountain. Get that save and quit point. Again, maybe the flute is on the old man, that he could activate it. And RG definitely having a little bit of trouble here, getting some of these things done. So these little mistakes sometimes start adding up. So
they do add up.
May want to clean up his game just a smidgen.
And not really finding anything here in Skullwoods either. So Skullwoods can be a really rough and long dungeon. Just for all the entrance, like going in and out of things, doing bomb jump, getting through this back door here. With the Cane of Samaria, it's a lot nicer, but still can be a challenge. And with only 6 hearts in green mail, everything hurts here. So definitely challenging. And unfortunately, not getting anything here means this was mostly just a time sink. Like, this is skippable. In order for RG to really come ahead from this situation is for Huffpuff to go there as well and do the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like the front of Skullwoods, when it's a pendant, is more likely for someone to check and get out of, rather than, because if you know it's a crystal, you're gonna wait, especially if you can get the fire rod. But at least that's my opinion. But let's see what's over here. Nope, nothing there. So again, the mountain, kind of a waste, sort of, kind of, in a way, because again, he's gonna now have to double or triple, because no hook shot to do anything else. And if hook shot is just simply in Village of Outcasts, then guess what? RG gets to do the mountain in one go potentially. So like, these are ways to save time.
Exactly.
That's why I don't necessarily like to go up the mountain with only 2 potential checks up there, because it's a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, like, climbing up to Spec Rock, you're gonna do anyway, regardless of if you have the hook shot or not. So it's not like a huge time, but it is time lost, because going back, anytime you have to go back and do something again, you're gonna automatically.
Right.
It's when you go all the way to the other side and to do that again, that's even more time.
Right. All right, Independent Thieves Town we go. So far we have a compass and a small key. That's never a good sign.
Yeah, this is not my favorite layout for Thieves Town pendant with no hammer.
And it looks like Huffpuff is going to go to Skullwood. So all the time that, he doesn't know that there's nothing there, though. That's the thing. So he's going to go in there and get his garbage and then decide where he wants to go.
Get his garbage. I like that.
Um.
See,
All right, we have 2 more potential checks, and then our runners will have to decide. Is one item out of the 4. It's just a heart piece.
and the big key here, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
big key. So only one item. So I
I
don't know. Does
mean,
Archie go? I would go to the back. I would
I would
absolutely.
not. I would
I would
not.
absolutely.
It's 3 items, but one of them is probably in the big chest, and I am like, I don't know why, but I'm unnaturally terrified of that Thieves Town big chest having something. So I
Yeah.
never play.
Yesterday it had my Misery Meyer big key for go mode.
Telling
So
you, telling you.
in cross
It's
keys, it
it's
was
rare. It's rare that there's something actually there, but when it happens, you're completely burned because you never want to go back for that check.
right.
But we'll see. Let's see if you find something back here that pays off.
Yeah. And Huffpuff gets the bomb jump on the first try to get the item over there. So that, see, these are things that save you time in the long run. Is getting the bomb jump on the first try, getting things on the first try. So that'll be time
Absolutely.
saved there. Even though he's doing the exact same thing as RG, he's saving time by not dying and by not going through the back.
Absolutely. And it's one thing that, I've kind of told all of my mentees as we were doing this, my philosophy on Rando, there's 3 main concepts: execution, routing, and just luck, right? Like, so this counts as execution, right? Being able to do the tricks and glitches quickly, efficiently. This is going to save you time. And it's probably, a huge chunk.
Oh, there's a mirror. So that is a fully required mirror. So Back of Thieves definitely required no matter how you look at it. See
Yep,
now
that mirror.
yeah, see now you could mirror out and say, hey, now there's nothing else in here. I don't need to go any further. Oh, and
Or you
it
can
takes
death
it.
warp.
Well, I don't think he was purposely
I
doing
don't
that for
think
it.
that was intentional, no. But, maybe it'll change his mind about it and just fail.
Yeah, well, now you definitely don't go back, but now you pray that. So now you got
There's nothing
2
else there.
items. Now you know there's an item there, right? So now Smith Chain looks a little nicer though because you can do it with the mirror and you have all the
That's
mirror
actually
check.
very, very good point. Smith Chain is definitely a little better with the mirror.
And with that mirror, he can go clear. He can go clear Tower of Hera. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of like things that going to and following the seed of what it wants you to do is quite important. All right, let's see what Huffpuff. Let's see if Huffpuff goes to the back of Thieves Town or if he bails. I'm kind of curious to see.
Me
Because
too. I mean, that's
if it were me, I would absolutely have gone to the back with only one item.
right. And I definitely wouldn't have. So I would not have this mirror right now. But the other thing about the mirror, it's not just the options of going to different crystal dungeons like Hera and other things, but it also makes your checks more efficient. Like as you're going to do these Dark World checks, you can do K45, you can do all the things that you can with the mirror, as opposed to somebody who doesn't have the mirror and maybe has to come back through those areas a second.
Right, absolutely. And Captain 1977 making a good point. No fire source. So if the big key is locked in the big chest, in the basement, then you can't get it anyway. So it's actually a moot point anyway. But
For Hera, yeah.
for Hera. But anyway, let's see what's on the Smiths because that is and with where he left his portal, he's not gonna be able to route the purple chest in so easily. But let's
And
see
yeah,
what
he's like,
Huffpuff does. Is he gonna death warp here? Because he's gonna know the same thing that there's items. Oh, $300. There's your Zora money.
all right, we'll see. Is this a
Is
death
he
warp or
gonna?
is he going to the back?
Yeah,
This
he's
looks
got
like going to the back.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean,
Yep. And this is just like you said too. That tempered sword is really coming in handy here for Huff. Like some of the struggle with the back of Thieves Town is that Master Sword does not kill those crickets,
right?
whereas the tempered does. And so Archie took a death to the crickets. He was trying to kill them, but just didn't work out. But Huffpuff might have a little bit easier time here with that temper.
Yeah, and he might be able to get all the way to blind and find something else that's required, and it could be
Yeah, absolutely.
real problematic. So let's see. And
And
I
Huffpuff
thought
also,
RG was about to go back into Thieves Town. I was like, wait a second, that would be
I
a
think it
little
was just
odd.
he's just redoing maybe because, like you said, the mirror location, he had to go back through the dark world.
So Vortex, we only had one in the front, so that's why our runners are doing the back.
Also, as you can see, Huffpuff does have his cape here selected, so he is ready to push that Y button in the case of any urgent danger.
Yeah.
This is a good play by Argy here. He did not do these self-checks. He went straight into Dark World, so coming here for this with the mirror saves a little time.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Huffpuff is about to get his mirror. Let's see. He shouldn't have any trouble. Now, again, he's on green mail, so those crickets will still kill him in one shot, although they're all dead where he is.
Yeah, like I said, with that tempered sword, he was able to just kill them all, not to have to worry about them.
And what's really interesting is for Huffpuff, he's had a lot of trouble with his mirror transitions right now, which could be an issue. That's definitely something that I've learned in cross keys playing it. You definitely need to know where you can mirror and when you can't, so this way you don't waste time.
Yeah, mirror bonking is a time-consuming thing. Definitely, each time you do it, it costs like what, 3-4 seconds?
Easily, yeah.
So, those add up over time, especially if you're doing it over and over again.
Right.
The mirror helps in the efficiency. Oh, looks like Huffpuff to the death as well.
He's not gonna go back, though.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go back.
Well, both runners are in the same boat at this point. Neither of them were able to get. He was almost there to that blind cell chest, but didn't quite make it. So.
But at least he got the mirror, so that seems to have probably been what the seed wanted. But let's see. I mean, again, with both runners leaving it could be interesting.
Yeah, and this is one thing that, in both of their minds, right? Like, both of them are probably like, oh no, I'm definitely not going back there. What if my opponent found something else in there? It's probably something that's going to be in the back of their mind.
Yeah, because they say, oh, my opponent definitely did it right. Yep.
Exactly. So, but this is why you shouldn't ever think, like, I'm always being, because you never know. Maybe your opponent had the same thing. And in this case, it was practically the same.
All right, we got plenty of money for Zora now. All right, so it looks like RG is heading to Hype Cave, which will he'll also do south. With his routing, I really like it, especially when he has the mirror, and he'll be able to do all of his South Shore checks in addition to. I would have grabbed the purple chest personally and done all these checks, but that's just me.
Yeah, I wonder.
You're never going to have another shot to really make it easier. So if you're doing all this walking anyway, you might as well take the purple chest with you.
Yeah, I wonder if him not doing it is more because, like, he messed up the mirror portal. You know what I mean? It might not be. He may have intended to do it.
Oh, there's the hammer.
All right, hammer just chilling in Hype Cave.
And a bottle. So we had our first bottle and a hammer in Hype Cave. So Hype Cave, pretty hyped today.
Indeed.
I give that a 7 or 8 out of 10. I mean, you need the hammer no matter what.
Absolutely. And you're already routing this way.
And what's really good with that mirror now is, well, I mean, hammer still may not be completable, but now you have all of Light and Dark Death Mountain too.
Exactly. Like, mirror and hammer. You're absolutely right. The only thing it doesn't is the hookshot cave, right? We still miss the hookshot cave, but that could just be up there on the mountain.
Link to the Paskins, you're being a little mean there, putting bow in big chest. It certainly could be, but they don't have now that they have the hammer. See, I guess if in Smirk's world, he would probably have gone to Hype Cave first, right, and gotten his hammer before.
No, in Smirk's world, I would have been in pod doing the turn jump. So, but I still wouldn't have done Thieves Town. I would have gone cave before Thieves Town. So yeah, my route would have been pod first and the pyramid ledge, and then after I found whatever I found there, then I would come back and do what they're doing here, which is all of this stuff. But I would skip Smith Chain. I would have skipped Thieves Town or the back until I got to Hype Cave. Then I would consider going back to Thieves Town with the hammer in hand.
Right. All right. So we have our swag net, so we can now beat Aga 2. Because now with hammer and all the stuff, we will never need the Aga. He is totally dead at this point. Although I don't know if these runners would. Well, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, now RG gets tempered sword, and let's see what Huffpuff does. He's gonna leave his purple chest behind.
Yeah, so I wonder if Archie is going to go ahead and fake Flipper after Ice Rod Cave here. He definitely has plenty of Zora money. And Zora is in logic. The fake Flipper stuff is not, but it's one way to get there with that Mint Pearl in hand, you know.
I think I would be starting to think about Crystal Dungeons at this point, not necessarily Zora, which is a one-off check. Although I guess with you can't, you could do Catfish and Zora, so I guess
Yeah,
I'd rather
the
put
only
them
reason I say it
together.
is because like fake Flippers, like flippering never gets faster, right? Like I mean, it's slightly faster to not have to set up the fake Flippers, but like coming back to the Flippers area, it takes time. So while you're here, you could fake Flippers, see if you find anything out of logic before you go to a super dense. Like I mean, what if there's a hook shot sitting in Waterfall Berry, and now you have the entire mountain available and a hair pop.
Right. Yep. Well, it looks like he's heading up the mountain now, I would guess, with what he has. Let's see what Huffpuff is going the other direction. He's going to give us the purple chest. So let's see what's behind it. It is $20. So nothing important in purple chest. So Smith chain purple chest, not great.
Okay, but it looks like runners are pretty much caught up in doing all the same checks at this point. Puff had the saving put to the mountain since he did it earlier, whereas RG is going to have to do it now. This mountain is still not in logic. We're missing a lamp or a flute somewhere. It's
Right.
probably, I'm guessing, in the eastern area.
It may not be an Eastern. It may be
I think
uh,
I think someone did a Gina, right? Didn't
Isaac.
maybe not. Vortex is
No.
asking in chat, and now I can't remember. I
I
don't think
don't.
either
Yeah,
did.
Link to the Paskin said no. I'm gonna go with chat because
Yeah.
chat is our extra eyes and they're smart.
Chat's always super smart. Yeah, I think both have skipped Agina and then both skipped the eastern Saha area as well. So I'm guessing Mountain Nexus is over there somewhere. And if they can piece together that logic, that might be an area you want to go to because if it's the lamp, well, now you have Hera fully completable, right?
Right.
And if it's the flute, well, now you have a flute, which is, really good mobility, especially not having the boots in.
Right. All right. So we do have a big key so we should maybe not have to go to the basement today. Let's see. We have two items in two or three. Oh, there's one of them.
In
I
Hera,
can't
there are
remember if
two
Hera has two or
items.
three.
It's two, yeah.
It is two. I could never remember sometimes which is which. I know all of them, but I can always forget sometimes which Hera has two or three. And I like that they both have the tempered sword now, so there's no sword advantage anymore, and there's really not a big difference between tempered and gold at this point. But like I said, RG gonna save some time here, only doing one mountain climb potentially versus Huffpuff, who had to save and quit back to the mountain. Again, it's not a bad thing. It just is.
Yeah, and our tracker, Captain 1977, pointing out, neither have been to the desert area entirely. So we have not seen Agena. We don't have like access into desert, but so mostly just Agena and the desert ledge scout.
Yeah,
So
I see. If it were me, I would have definitely done South Shore into uh doing all my South Shore checks. I always do mini Moldorm Cave into doing the Ice Rod Cave, and then I do Dam into Agena just to make it easier for myself.
yeah, I'm actually surprised that after finding that hammer in the Hive Cave, that nobody went over to the East Dark World. I mean,
Yeah,
that's you can check Pyramid Ledge, you can check
yeah,
Catfish, and you can mirror and check Saha as well.
yeah. Mr. Angerpants. Oh, the flippers.
Oh, and that is our second item in Harris. So Fire Source not required for Hera. Big Key was available, and both items were available as well. So there's our flippers. And see, why I would have done those fake flippers, because now we would know what was behind those flippers, you know, like the waterfall fairy, or to some extent.
Right, but now you can go. Now, if you find the hook shot here, you could full clear a swamp too, which gives you green pendant, which is
Absolutely.
really gross.
Which you don't want to go into anyway,
Uh,
but the seed might be pointing us there.
and
Oh,
there's the fire rod, which is
oh
impossible.
goodness.
You can get that,
Okay. Yeah,
and
this
all
is
this is
definitely
out of logic.
gettable.
And all this is
This
out of logic. We
is
don't have a way to get to the mountain. Link to the
correct.
mountains mentioning that. Yeah, watch the
This
lamp
is
is just
all
sitting
out
in a
of logic.
Gina.
Everything is out of logic. Not everything, but all of this. You know, that fire rod is out of logic. Those flippers are out of logic. And anything else they find here in Paradox Cave slash. But you know what? If they find the lamp up here,
And they know it was the flute that was required.
they know that it was a flute required. I would beeline to everything that was available before Mountain, because I would want that flute so bad. The mobility it provides is just too good to ignore. So I'd be heading my little butt over to Eastern Palace area, Agina, like Catfish, all of that stuff that's available.
You know what I would do? I would get that fire rod. I mean, I think Mr. Angry Pants and I are thinking the same thing. I would go right to the Ice Palace and full clear it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, that seems like what the seed wants you to do, right?
Oh,
Here's
there's
our
the
bow.
bow. Okay, so now
Oh my
Eastern
gosh.
Pod is doable.
Eastern Pod, both doable,
Yep.
both crystals as well.
So now,
And like you said, that Ice Palace plate, it's the other red crystal. So Eastern and Ice completed, they could combo in Pyramid Fairy and Pyramid Ledge.
yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
and I do like the point that Vortex and Mr. Angry Pants are making, and Link to the Past Ken. If Turtle Rock entry is Ether, then we can go in without the Ice Rod, but we can go in.
You can get all the way to Laser Bridge.
You can get all the way to Laser Bridge, and
Oh my God, that's yeah.
it's dangerous. But I mean,
It
how many
is.
times is the Ice Rod just chilling in Laser Bridge anyway? Or
For me, never.
honestly, I wouldn't be. Yeah, that's true. You always have the Ice Rod. I wonder if the hook shot's in.
It could be. I mean, certainly it's possible. But I mean,
Oh no,
RG taking a
RG
dive.
taking that. Oh, this.
He had a
Fairy.
fairy.
Right, we just got a fairy bottle. This is good. I was just about to make a point. Both of these runners are actually pretty close. They've done practically the same things. Oh, there it is, the hook shot. Wow. Wow. Okay, back to this hook shot cave. We're gonna get our fire rod as well. What else is up here in this juicy mountain?
Yeah, and yeah, this is now yeah, this is a very juicy mountain. And now you have Hookshot Cave. Let's see, is it Ether for TR?
TR is Ether! Oh my gosh! Oh, this team wants us to go in. Oh man.
Oh, Vortex and Toon calling it. And he's saying he might still do it. Absolutely. Oh, with the fire rod, absolutely. And you know,
all right, I want to know right now, chat. Would you do it or would you not? I want to know. I don't want this post. I would have done it if it paid out. I want to know right now. Would you do it or would you not?
I absolutely would. If
you
I'm in their shoes, absolutely. But again, that's me. I'm not running the speed, but I would absolutely do it. I mean,
honestly,
you have the fire rod, you know.
Honestly, I wouldn't. Honestly, I would not. And
you would not.
I've been wrong. I've been wrong in this entire seat, so don't listen to me. But I would not. Not here.
Chicken.
No. I would not do TR.
It's all good, man. I'm just teasing.
I would still chase the mountain logic. Like I would go to, especially now with the bow. Like, I would go to Potting Eastern for sure. Like, there's so much over there. There's 5 items in Pot, 3 items in Eastern, 3 items in South. Like, it's so dense. It's all required to do anyway.
Yeah.
And there's going to be something there, right? Like, I'm certain either the lamp or the flute is there. And so I like this play by HuffPuff. I think that's probably where he's going.
Yeah,
over to that area.
So. Yeah, I would assume so. Again, oh, he's gonna do flipper checks. Looks like first, which is not bad.
There it is. There it is. Thank you very. This is why. This is why. This is why. I love you. Vortex of Doom, Mr. Angry Pants. Welcome to DTR. You're all burned.
Yeah, but if you had scoped that out before, if you
Exactly. That's what I said to the fake flippers before. Now you would know. See, you would know.
but it's still a lot of logic anyway. Oh my goodness gracious! All right, what's on the man of the bridge? Hobo has 10 bombs for us. Sadly, let's see if RG goes into TR. Now I'm kind of hoping he doesn't, because we know.
Yeah, for his own sake, he does not get TR here, despite all of chat supporting him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like how Vortex of Doom and Mr. Angry Pants has quickly become all of chat. See, you're all being lumped in together, guys. You're all being lumped in together. See.
Oh, and look, no, Huffpuff takes a hard raid. He's going to ice.
Oh, the Ice Palace play. I mean, you have the Canis Amari, you have Fire. It's a required crystal. Why not? You know, you're
absolutely.
Yeah, this is a good play. It's a little risky, right? You're at what 8 hearts, but no half magic. But I think there was a blue potion as well, so I think we're safe here. Oh, is this it? He's considering it. RG's considering it.
He's going. Oh my. Okay, well, we know he's not going to find the ice rod.
Okay, we know the ice rod isn't here, but there could be something great in here. It could be the boots. The boots could be here. Let's see, what else we need? The flute. I
think that.
Who knows? Who knows?
I think that's it.
Oh no, he just wait. He didn't even open it.
He didn't.
I think he just decided against it. Good call. I think it's a good call.
Yeah.
And Vortex of Doom is making a really good point. They could very well just be flute from Go mode at this point. Like that ice rod, you can get. The boots may not be required. The lamp is obviously skippable. So if you get a flute, that's your desert, that's your mire. Mire, as long as mire's not quake, that's all they need. So flute could be Go mode. All right, let's see what RG does. Huffpuff made the Ice Palace play. What is RG gonna do? This looks like a similar play. He's scouting out the Hylia Islands, seeing that he made the right call.
And there's the slash to be like, yep, I'm glad I didn't go in there.
I get why Vortex of Doom is saying that Ice Palace is far better play. If your flute's just here, gosh, Go moding pod is so nice. It is so nice, right? Like you get to skip the entire back potentially, is depending on where the big key is.
But Pick 6 is pointing out we might need the boots for desert. We might need the boots for GT. Like the boots may still be required.
Yeah, absolutely. They're like this is in the ideal world. Flute might be Go mode, right? But you could still need the boots. You could still need a lot more items. You could need the book to get to desert and find the flute in desert. Who knows? Like there's so many possibilities still. And the only reason why I was saying I would do the Eastern pod play is because that is what's actually in logic for the mountain, potentially, right? Unless it's a Gina. If it's the flute over there, then you are potentially in Go mode already, or at least you can find out. You can go to Mire Desert and see if your boot's left. The flute is almost certainly not here in this country. Unless it was the lamp to get to the mountain. Then the flute could be anywhere, right?
Right, which we still don't know.
We don't know. But that's why I would make the Eastern Palace pod play, is because I want to know what my logic for the mountain is. If it's the flute, heck, we may be in Go mode.
Yeah. The 41-minute Go mode is... So, wait, where is... Oh, RG's going to get his ice rod. That's what he's going to do now. He's going to get his ice rod.
Yeah, you got to do it. There's no other, it's never going to really get faster or slower, so it doesn't hurt to just grab it. Maybe he follows this play into ice afterwards.
Let's see. Vortex is saying I'm so confused.
He doesn't have a key. Maybe because of keys. Oh, because the way that Huffpuff routed Ice Palace, he hit the switch.
Which one? To blue?
The switch that you always hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you hit the switch, you have to fall down. And if you want to go to iced tea room, you have to go back up.
Oh. All right.
Okay, argy making the waterfall fairy play. See, this, with the flippers, that you may want to wait to do with catfish, because then you can do it all together, right?
Right.
But who knows? If something's just here, you got it, you're good. There's
There's
a
silver.
silvers. Oh.
Not necessarily progression, though. I mean, it's nice, but...
It's certainly nice. We got, like, Huffpuff may never go to this area. So Huffpuff may not find those silver arrows. And the silvers, this early, when you still haven't done Eastern or Pod or Meyer or Ganon, could knock off a good chunk of time.
And Zora, the scam of giving $20 back for 500.
Okay, did you see what was on Colts there? Was it an item? Oh, it was a small key. So does that mean iced tea has? I didn't count the items. Does iced tea item? Let me see.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Chad, help us out. Does iced tea have a?
Yeah, I didn't count. Because I know that Huffpuff skipped iced tea, but I wasn't sure if he had all 3 items here or not. Considering that he had such few keys by the time he got there, I think it was just
Sounds like there's just a key there.
Okay. All right. Well, Huffpuff is doing these water checks after Ice Palace, so he is likely to get his silvers. And Waterfall Fairy is giving us what? Blue potions? Red potions.
Mr. Angerpants says that Ice Tea might have an item, he thinks, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see when RG goes there. Because I know that he skipped it, but I didn't count the items, so I don't know. And RG's going over, after those flippers checks, decided not to go into ice, and is going to do the Pod Eastern play. So let's see what he finds here. Like I said, we still don't know. It could be a Gina, but I do think that either the lamp or the flute is here.
Yeah, good call, man. I think you have it. You're absolutely right, and that's one of the reasons why doing South Shore before doing stuff is really important, because if you think about it, and that the ice rod's there, you definitely don't go into TR without the ice. Like, if you know where the ice rod is, I mean, yeah, the flute could still be in there, but like, to prevent yourself from having to double dip TR, if you know the ice rod is behind the flippers, and you definitely don't go anywhere near it. All right, let's see what.
All right, here's Saha.
Saha, what do you got for us? And arrows, a heart piece.
Chad is asking, if you find the flute, do you go to Misery Mire? I absolutely would.
Yeah.
Depending on where. Like, if it's deep in a dungeon, finish the dungeon. But like, get the flute, go check Mire, see if you're missing anything. Like, if you're in go mode, you're gonna save a lot more time go moding everything else, right?
Well, here's the ultimate question, though. If you're already doing Pod Eastern, you might as well finish Pod and Eastern, even if you get the flute.
Right. Even if you get the flute, might as well finish, because you're here. It isn't really going to get much faster. The only thing is, like, the go mode. Like, let's say you find big key super early in the front of Pod and flute. Do you leave, or do you still check? That's the big question.
I would leave. I mean,
I would leave as well.
You're 66% chance you're in go mode, so I don't know.
Exactly. Well, 66 plus boots.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, you have the flute. So getting back here no longer takes as much time. Right? You're going to go activate the flute. You're going to be able to just flute back here and come back if that's what you really think you're missing.
All right. So you were the mentor for Huffpuff, so you might know him a little bit better. How is he with his dark rooms? Because Pixie's pointing that out. Like, how good are these guys with dark rooms?
So I do not know for sure. I remember talking to him about the dark rooms, and he seemed pretty comfortable with the majority of them. But in the game that we played, we had early lamps on both, so we never had to actually deal with it.
Well, there's half magic.
Half magic and Eastern Palace. Did you see what the first chest was? I missed it.
I missed it. But as Vortex saying, doing Eastern before Pod might indicate comfort, but Eastern is more straightforward.
And we do have the fire rod here. I know that pod in the dark for the majority of my mentees was difficult without the fire rod or the lamp. Same thing for the Eastern back room. But with the fire rod, I think all of my mentees said as long as they have the fire rod, that they're okay with doing it. So,
all right. So Huffpuff is on the other side in the other dimension. So one's doing Pod, one's doing Eastern. So it looks like Huffpuff might be not caring about any kind of lamps, and he's just going to do Pod first.
And yes, secretly a sliver in chat being more concerned with Dark Mire. Dark Mire is very challenging, and there is a new strategy out where you can use the boots and the hook shot, but as you see, neither runner has the boots right now. So that strat's a little more tough to pull off without the boots. So we will see. It will be a true test of Dark Rooms if they don't find a lamp.
I'm more comfortable with Mire Dark than Turtle Rock Dark, which is really interesting. That's just me.
Yeah, everybody's got their own, like difficulties when it comes to dark rooms. Mire is toughest one for me. For you, it's Turtle Rock. I mean, everybody's different in that regard. Okay, so vanilla big key in Eastern means that Eastern is not in logic to finish right now.
Right. So the lamp has to be before that.
Yeah. So this could indicate something at Agena. And until we know what is actually the mountain logical requirement, we won't know if it's the flute or the lamp.
Right, exactly. Well, see, the thing is, if the flute is in Pod and the lamp is in Agena, then we still don't know. Then they're both early access.
Right, yeah. It doesn't necessarily, the other one wasn't necessarily up in the mountain. Like, flute could be in Turtle Rock if the lamp is the logical access, So
I was gonna say, doesn't Argy have the fire
rod? He does.
So why isn't he using his fire rod?
He might just be more comfortable with doing it this way.
Sounds good to me, I guess. I mean, why make it harder for yourself? But I could be wrong. I mean, I would.
It looks like he got through.
Yeah, he got it through. I mean, I would make things harder than they already are.
Thank you so much, Palmancott, for the subscription. Thank you for the 13 months. Go Podcast appreciates it. And yes, go runners.
Yeah.
Just to recap here, we have huffpuff1337 and argy, which argy's name in race time is also 1337. So we have the battle of the gamer elites. Thank you, Confucius Prime, as well. And good job on these guys on these dark rooms. And while we're going through these tough little spots here, I just want to give a shout out. Be sure to give a follow to RG and Huffpuff. Both of them putting on a really good show for us today, doing their best on this Fighter Sword Finals bracket. This is round 2, where Huffpuff is 1-0 over RG. And give a follow to Nitro, my co-com today, Captain 1977, who's the tracker, and Amarith, who put on the restream today for us. And if you aren't already following Go Mode Podcast, please do. Some fun shows here and the podcast as well.
It looks like Huffpuff is perfectly capable of doing dark. He's doing the dark maze right now, which is probably again one of the harder things to do, and he gets through it flawlessly. And
very nicely done.
So yeah, really nothing in Pod at all.
Yep, no, nothing in Pod, nothing in Eastern either.
So that really lends me to believe that our flute or our lamp is sitting in Agena.
Either Agena or Catfish Pyramid Ledge at this point, right?
Or Thieves Town.
Or Thieves Town, the back of Thieves Town where they both died. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if it's back there?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be the last
Oh,
location for both of our runners. They're not. Neither one is gonna get it before the other
who makes
necessarily.
that play?
Huh?
I said, who makes? And you said the powder was in Ice Palace, right? So
Yeah.
that's still behind one. So we know it's flute or lamp won't be on Magic Bat.
Well, one could be, but then you know where the other one has to be.
Oh,
You know.
right. I guess one of them.
Yeah. Let's see if RG's dark rooms in Pod's dark rooms are a lot harder than Eastern. So let's see how his dark rooms are here.
All right, definitely using the fire rod there for the U room, but we'll have to see how he does in the maze. Huff did a very good dark maze as well as the dark turtles. We'll see how RG does. Now, time-wise, though it looks like the runners, it might even look like RG's a little bit ahead because he's already done his Eastern and is here in Pod right now. Huffpuff has already done a full clear of Ice Palace, so I would say Huffpuff is a little bit ahead, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much until we find. Oh wait, I said he already did the turtle room. He's doing it now. Just kidding. But it doesn't matter until we find that, the food or lamp or whatever, and go mode information.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I like is that for RG, he has the potential to go mode Ice Palace if he finds what he needs before going there. So that would be really helpful.
That absolutely would be. Yeah. So we got to talk about some other things, right? Like, what else does the seed want from us? What else is in Logic? Like, that mirror also puts Graveyard Ledge in Logic.
Yep.
So we have Back of Thieves, we have Graveyard Ledge. I don't think either runner has checked Sick Kid.
Nope.
So Sick Kid's available, and we still have that early Agina. Swamp is behind the flippers, so that's not necessarily my first urge. Skullwoods is behind the fire rod, so I wouldn't be too pressed to go there either. And then we also have Turtle Rock, but again, anything on the mountain is still out of Logic. So
Right. Vortex asking if Huffpuff did Saha. I believe he did, but
yes, they both have done Saha. I think. I'm pretty sure they both did Saha. Maybe not, but I think so. But yeah, despite the potential lead, you never really know in Rando Seeds until you're actually in go mode, and then you can start getting a better idea.
yeah, absolutely. Yep, I agree with you.
And yes, that's a good reminder there too, Link to the Past Canon. Huff did skip Ice Tea Room and Ice Palace, and you never know, that could be something.
Yeah.
I just don't remember because I didn't count the items, so I can't say for sure that there is or is not an item there.
For Ped, that's a good question. There's really not much on Ped that we need. I mean, other than flute.
Yeah, it depends. Like if the lamp was the access to the mountain, then the flute could be on there. Quake could be if it's a required for Meyer.
Yeah, I think those are it.
The book could be if it's required for Desert.
Actually, you know what? Lamp could very well be on.
Oh my gosh! No, lamp. Oh yeah, it could. If the flute is the mountain access, then lamp could be. Yep. So flute or lamp could be depending on where the other one is. Quake, book, shovel, mushroom, boots.
Yeah.
So Pet could still have a lot of things.
But we only need a couple of them, so it's
maybe
that
we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need the flute, no matter what.
But the flute is definitely hard required, yeah.
But I don't know if we need, I don't know if we, and we don't know about Quake yet without the flute.
Exactly. So, our main goal right now is finding that flute just so because I mean, that gives us all the remaining information. That gives us information about do we need the boots for desert? It gives us information on do we need Quake for Mire? And with that information, it will determine what else we need for potential go mode, right?
Yeah.
And if desert's not boot, that doesn't necessarily mean we're in go mode, right? The boots could still be locking the GT big key. Um, that's a thing, but okay, looks like argy getting through Dark Pod pretty nicely as well. It's already here on Helmasaur, very nicely done. That's right, Fighter Sword bracket represent. We can do dark rooms. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the hardest dark rooms are really like Pod Maze, and Mire, and yeah, kind of, and TR, backup TR. That's really kind of the hardest ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna be finishing off these dungeons at the same time, which is really interesting, or thereabouts.
Yeah, pretty close, pretty close. And thank you, Vortex of Doom, for listing out the things that are available and in Logic. Sick Kid, Agina, the last 2 items in Thieves Town, Graveyard Ledge, Catfish, and Pyramid Ledge. And actually, Pyramid Fairy is available, but we know that that's still locked behind the flippers, which were on Mountain. So.
Right.
Oh, and Hammer Pegs, yes. Yeah. And then Powder is available, but again, that was also found in Ice Palace. Okay, Huffpuff did not do backup Saw. He's doing it now.
At least he didn't forget. Not that there was anything there, but
All right, well, let's see where these runners go now. Looks like argy is probably heading to Pyramid Ledge from here. I think the only way you walk back out of Pod is if you're going to go do something like that. Whereas Huffpuff did a save and quit. He might be doing the same thing, but he might be grabbing the big bomb first.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well do the big bomb first, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm curious what's on Pyramid Ledge and Catfish. Remember, my very first play would have been Catfish and Pyramid Ledge with the current jump. So I'm very curious to see.
So argy not doing big bomb, and Huffpuff.
Well, argy can't. Argy can't because he doesn't have Ice Palace.
I forgot.
Yeah. So I really like this routing.
There's the flute!
There's the flute! Oh my god! Early! Well, there it is. That could be our go mode. We will see. We will see shortly.
God. So that's your mountain access right there.
There is our mountain access. It is also our access to Mire. It is also our access to finding out what it is we need for go mode. And they're getting it at pretty close to the same time, with Huffpuff just having the Ice Palace ahead. So this could be a very close race. If that's go mode, like you said, argy will get to go mode Ice Palace, and that's faster than not go moding it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What if we're gonna find out if we need Quake too. All right, let's see what's behind the red bomb. Triple bombs and $300.
All right, pretty empty there, but here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Yes, Mr. Angry Pants, my round is the god as usual. Just kidding, just kidding. I probably would have bought something else.
Oh, there's
Bungle.
Kid. Oh, just a boomerang.
Okay. But this is a good check though. I'm glad he did this. He's right here. This is the best time to do it, right before going over to the Mire.
Yeah, because if that's Quake, then you know that you don't need anything else from Meyer. But you still don't know if you don't need the boots. We have to find out.
We don't know. We're gonna find out very soon. Because I mean, even if you can go into Mire here, I think my first play would be going into Desert to see if it's boots locked. Bombos!
Okay.
We are maybe boots from Go mode or in Go mode. We don't know. Let's see. I like the Mire Shed check. Priority one right now is going to Desert.
Here.
They could be. That's why I like this check. You know, it's easy, it's fast. Could be a lamp there. You never know.
And just like you hope that, just like TR loves to leave Kina Samaria on the doorstep, I would not be surprised if boots were sitting there.
And Desert Ledge is a full heart container. RG deciding to go ahead and pick it up, getting to 11 hearts. Not at all. I mean, we're still at green mail. Like they have not found a mail upgrade at all here.
Yeah. All right.
And so they are almost neck and neck. This is great.
Oh, this is fantastic.
All right,
this is what you want in the finals. Like this is
you
what
do.
you want.
You want this. This is good stuff. And what do we have on the torch? We are boots. Nope, not necessarily. The big key could be here in this chest. Yeah. If the big key is here, we're not boots locked.
Well, we are technically.
Are we really? Is it technically still boots locked?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, it's hard boots locked now. So, boots. We're boots from Go mode, guys. What if the boots were just in TR? Maybe TR was the good play.
Yeah, but...
Or what if they're on Catfish? Oh, RG forgetting he didn't have a small key over here for the right side. All right, where are we going to go, RG? Do we go into Mire here?
Oh, he's going to go steal the key.
Oh.
I was going to say...
No. Oh, Agina. We still haven't done Agina, so he's just going over... I would do checkerboard first. Yeah. I think maybe he just forgot.
Boots on
But let's see. Boots could be on pad, yes.
You always
want to the basket.
well, we won't know because we don't got the boots, so...
Okay, huffpuff not going to checkerboard K for Agina. He's going straight into Mire here. And where is RG going to go?
Well, you know what? It depends on how RG feels right now, because I know how I'd be feeling so nervous.
Yeah, there's still no lamp, right? So maybe RG does not want to go into Mire without the lamp. So, but now that we have the flute there are very few places the lamp could be. The lamp could only be at this point on what? Catfish, back up Thieves Town, or he could just be getting potions to go back to Mire. Maybe he feels.
TR?
Lamp could be in TR. You're right. It could be in TR. Oh gosh. Yeah, lamp and crystal roller room. I think Homemade Beer made that comment earlier.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, but
it's like RG's heading to. Well, we still need the boots, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Okay, this is ice, I think.
Boots left side swamp.
Yeah, it could be. Oh gosh. Oh, this. Yeah, the lamp at this point could be anywhere except for behind something dark.
Well, we know that we know. Well, we know for. Oh, that's
oh my gosh! Look at did a little death turn thing.
It was there in my cross keys race yesterday too. Isn't
that exact gosh! Oh my gosh! It's just in Mire.
Oh, that's gross.
So if RG is avoiding Mire because of lamp, that could be really bad for him because it's just sitting in there in Mire. We'll see. I mean, you know, I get it. I get doing the Ice Palace first. The lamp could just be here, you know. But at some point, you're just going to have to take the gamble.
You still need the boots.
You do still need the boots, right? But the boots could also be here in Mire. You never know.
It could be. We should also
it could even be on Biddy.
We should also try to start counting. He's got the map so far. Let's actually make sure that we count items in Ice Palace, shall we? Because Captain 1977 making a good point.
1977. Why?
Because we want to. Oh, well, if it is an iced tea room and this whole time, then this race is RG's to lose because that would be the absolute last place he would ever go.
Yeah, I think Huff would even do back of thieves before going back to
Oh,
ice.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's see. I mean, they could be in lots of places. Boots could be on pad. It could be on the powder. Like, it could be anywhere.
Yeah, boots could be pretty much anywhere. All right,
Except
so
GT.
except for GT, right? Unless it's a glitch seed, in which case that would be bad. All right, so there's item number 2. So we have 2 so
Wait,
far.
2? I thought that was 1.
Oh, that was
Wait.
1.
Wait, what was in the
Wasn't there an
diagram
item?
for? Oh
No,
my
there was
gosh.
a wait. Don't
Oh, okay.
confuse
Was
me.
that 2?
That was 2. We had powder and that, and there's the
Okay,
big
all right, yeah. So I think iced tea is not an item because I think there was.
I
Wait,
think no, I
the
think
big
it is.
chest was an item. I think it was like 10 arrows or something.
Was it?
I think so. So I think iced tea is not an item.
Well,
We'll see. This is a small key here in the freezers.
Yeah, big chest is a key also. Captain
Big
97.
No, big chest. No, because the boss had a key, I thought. Oh, you're right. No, this was the compass. So
Yeah.
big chest is a small key.
Right.
And the boss is small key. So Ice Tea Room does have an item. Oh gosh. Well, we're gonna see. I imagine we're gonna see what it is here.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go Ice Tea, I'm sure of it. He's gotta. Oh wait, what is he doing?
He has the powder.
Wait.
Wait.
I'm confused.
I'm not sure. There we go. Use the powder. There you go.
I'm very confused. I don't think I've ever seen that
trying
before.
to go to the boss?
I mean, is he gonna leave out Ice Tea Room? I mean,
I don't know. Is he skipping it too? What? They both skipped Ice Tea Room?
Oh my gosh!
Wait! What? What? No! What's happening? So they both die in Thieves Town and don't make it to the rest of the items there. They both skip Ice Tea Room with a guaranteed item.
Yeah.
These plays are dangerous, but I love them.
Well, at least both players. I mean, Argy's gonna find out that there's an item there. He's closer. Does he go back? I mean, you got to remember with Icebreaker, it's not that hard to get back in. So if he wants to go back in, he can.
Very true. Very true. Okay, down goes Viddy for Huffpuff, and we get
it any faster.
Wait, did Huffpuff skip cutscene?
Well, I was trying to.
Did he get both items wrong? Yeah, we were
I was just trying to focus on how many items we had. So no, I wasn't paying. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Thank you, guys. Shinmaru and Gray. Smerc.exe has failed. Smork brain broke. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm broken. Okay, he's going back. Okay, so there's another cutscene.
Argy is not. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Captain 977, give me a smirk, please, in some place where it's not gonna work.
Oh
no. Oh goodness. Wait, Huffpuff goes back for the cutscene chats, but not to the Ice Palace one where this is different item.
I don't know. This is getting really hot. These boots. And somebody asked earlier on too, where did Vortex and Doom hide these boots? And Amarith, I don't know if Amarith is still here, but remember, Amarith rolled this seed, and she said right from the get-go, I can't wait to find out what the secret ingredient to the seed is going to be, and it seems like it's the boot. If the seed did not require boots, this would have been relatively friendly, but with this boots requirement, oh my gosh, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, here's checkerboard.
Nope.
Nothing there.
All right, so that's a check off the old list.
I think he might have meant to go into the mire. I think he wanted to go back into port.
He's probably he probably is redoing it to set up Spooky, my guess.
Oh, okay. Could be that too. Looks like.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Nope. No boots.
Okay. No boots in mire. Oh, where do we go? Do we just go to Turtle Rock?
I mean, it's a full clearable crystal.
And I mean, it's a dense one too, right? Like we have 6
Yeah, but
items, including Mimic Cave.
Yeah, but what about Swamp with the green pendant?
Swamp is 7 with the green pendant. You're right. Honestly, though, I'm
Go
still
with
calling
density.
boots on catfish. I'm calling boots on catfish.
But if you're going for density, you go to Swamp. Like that's your biggest density left.
Swamp is the biggest density, but Turtle Rock is almost as dense, and it's a crystal. So I think TR is the correct play, right? Like
There's
it's a
no such
crystal that
thing.
you have to complete.
Yeah, that's true.
And go loading it isn't necessarily much faster. Like you skip Mimic Cave and maybe the big chest or something, but a lava chest potentially if the big key isn't there. But for the most part, Turtle Rock doesn't take much longer to do normal than to do go mode. And it looks like that's where Huffpuff is probably going.
Yeah, I mean, so again, and right, if you find the boots, then you know you're in go mode. So
yeah, and then you avoid Swamp like altogether.
Right.
But I'm still calling boots on catfish because, you know.
Well, we had an item on Pyramid Ledge, so why not give boots on catfish?
You know, I might have still checked catfish with the route that they made after the pyramid play. I might have still gone over to catfish just to be like safe.
I definitely would have gone. Oh, we're gonna do hammer pegs. Spike cave. Sorry. Yeah,
looks like Spike. Spike before Turtle Rock.
There's also hammer pegs, and that's
there is, and powder, and graveyard ledge.
Yeah. There's a lot of where.
There's still a decent amount of overworld.
Okay, no boots. Back at Thieves Town, possibly.
Back at Thieves Town, Iced Tea Room. Yeah, we're back to square one with all these checks that are available.
Moth.
Oh gosh, Moth. Ped. But TR, I think, is a good play. I mean, you know, like it's a crystal that you have to complete anyway. Just go do it.
Yeah, but you want to try to do it before GT if you can, right? I don't know.
I mean, it's more efficient, right? If you found the booth before TR.
I also don't know why argy did not check IC room, and Puff didn't check it either, and he went all the way back for cutscene chest when Iced Tea is faster than cutscene chest. Just.
I think, you know, at that point when he was doing Iced Tea, he was just looking for those 2 items. There were still so many items left. I think he maybe thought it was just a good gamble to make, and then by the time he's at Meyer looking for boots, then it's like, oh gosh, now I'm starting to run out of options. I need to be a little thorough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pix, Graveyard Ledge is one of the worst locations for where the boots could be, just because it's right now it's a solo item, right? With the boots, you can tie in Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb, and it makes it a little bit more dense to go check. So if the boots are just chilling in Graveyard Ledge, that might be a location that takes them both a while to get to.
Yeah, I agree.
Secretly a sliver. He is removing his kappa from earlier. It is vanilla boots guaranteed. So green pendant.
I mean, it's possible.
Oh gosh,
you guys are mean. Just saying.
I know, chat. This comes up with the worst thing.
Always like that though. Chat does that. They love to be.
It's the job, right? It could, you know. Yep. When you're in chat, you gotta be mean. You gotta just wish for the worst. It means more game time, right? If it's something terrible, that means we're gonna play them.
Yeah. Oh, there's the big key.
All right.
Well, we now know that the TR was fire unlocked, no matter what, because the big key was on the.
Yep.
You couldn't have made it to.
Couldn't get too far.
Yeah, I couldn't without the fire rod, but you knew where the fire rod was immediately. Roots.
No! Oh gosh, a shovel! Do you leave to go check this shovel?
There's the Philly shovel.
You know, here's the point I want to make real quick. Remember when Chat was like, "Yeah, you did TR." Chat would have had that shovel, and they wouldn't have been able to go any Oh no, they had the fire rod. So
Yeah, they would have been able to get
okay,
all
so
the.
they still could have gone. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying they would have had the shovel and whatever else is here. And if the boots are behind the shovel or here in TR somewhere else, then maybe it would have been the better play.
Yeah, but leaving and leaving was better because then you have to double. TR is one of the worst dungeons to double dip though.
You're right, it is. Unless you can manage the whole mirror thing where you mirror and jump into Laser Bridge, it is really bad to double dip because you have to go through the entire dungeon. So it
And
is one of
this
the worst dungeons.
absolutely could do that if you know what you're doing and are very careful. You could
I mean,
do it. It's hard.
like if you do the mirror thing here, you're not going to be able to check swamp.
Right, you can check swamp. Right.
Or like if they find the book, you can't do like either tablet. Like there's a few things the mirror like graveyard ledge.
You could still do ether tablet. I don't know how you can still do ether tablet.
Oh, you just have to go around a long way. You're right.
Yeah, you can do it. It's just hard. I did it where
At that point, is it worth it? Like if you're gonna like take a really long time to like go do all these extra checks, like I don't know. I just abandoned it. I abandoned the portal because like my first check here, honestly, in their position, if I did the exact same things that they did here, I think that I would either go to Graveyard Ledge and Catfish first and then go directly to Swamp, or I would just go directly to Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I think after TR, yeah, I think I would go. I think I would probably go to swamp.
That said, I have this thing. Whenever I die going somewhere, the item is always there. So if I had died in the back of Thieves Town, I would probably try to get my butt back to Thieves Town just because it's like, oh, well, I died here, so clearly something's there.
Right. So
All right.
And by the
So
way,
far.
I always check the big chest before I check Mimic, just in
Oh,
case.
you're one of those. See, I do
I
this first. I always check Mimic before Big Chest.
and sometimes I just say screw Mimic altogether and whatever. Yeah, Vortex saying hammer pegs into shovel into swamp is a good choice too.
Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, hammer pegs and powder. Oh yeah, and bat. He said okay.
All right, so looks like Archie is not
Oh.
going to TR.
Argy's not doing the Turtle Rock play. He's going into probably Swamp here, right?
I would, yeah.
Or
He's
is
not,
this a Pyramid Fairy play?
oh, well, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Oh, okay, it's Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that makes. A lot
And
more
but we may see Catfish here then. After Pyramid Fairy, he may go over to Catfish.
I think that's a good call too. That's a really good call. I think I think Catfish is potentially a good call also. And you're never gonna get any closer to Catfish than you are right now.
Yeah, Pyramid is like the closest you're gonna get to Catfish. Pyramid and actually Graveyard Ledge, right? Those are like the two closest.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Laser Bridge, moment of truth. What do we have here? Map.
Art piece. Gonna run out of magic soon. The
Compass. Oh gosh, I think there's one more item, and then one item on China's.
Yep.
Taking the safety door here. I like this.
Absolutely. On green mail, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, green mail.
You always, you know what? You always take the safety door in TR because if you screw up, it's not. Oh yeah.
Oh right, it had to be the small key. Oh, very nice laser skip there though.
Yeah, that's not easy. Oh, let's see where RG's going. He's
Wait,
fluting.
no, oh, he mirrored away. He's not going to Catfish. He's going to TR. Okay, so this is the big bomb before Turtle Rock. So he's following in Huffpuff's footsteps here. You know, both runners thinking very similarly about the seed. You know, like they made the same skips. They've done the same checks. You know, they're both going to Turtle Rock now. Yeah. Even like the accidental deaths were the same, right? They both died in Thieves Town when both of them wanted to continue.
Yeah.
All right, here goes Trinex for Huffpuff. He's down to 7 hearts, so just 2 hits here is enough to take him down. So he's got to be careful.
Yeah, try and definitely go after the ice head first if you mess up, because the ice head's more deadly than the fire head.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't do very much of anything. Kind of just sits there.
right. Yeah, if you get that ice on the ground, especially without boots, it's really difficult.
I've always wondered what the firehead's purpose was, because as a kid, I was like, why is this even here? It doesn't do anything.
Be
I would always
careful.
go for the firehead first, the ice head first.
Oh my gosh. 1 hit away, he got it. All right, good job.
Right.
I don't know, he might have
Are we gonna have boots on Trinex?
boots on Trinex.
Nope.
No, the
Lumel
mail is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's not the boots.
All right. Okay. Well, now we know that unless the shuffle has the boots, we know that Turtle Rock was not the answer. Because remember, there is still a shovel.
Yep.
That we found here. All right. Let's see where he goes from here. Oh, he forgot Sick Kid before, so he's doing this now.
Oh, that's he would kick himself if the boots were here and he could have done.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Don't remind me. My ladder game yesterday literally had my item that ended up being my go mode item here on Sick Kid, and I just forgot about Sick Kid for the whole game.
All right, let's see where Huffpuff goes now. It looks like he's going to.
This is either Skullwoods or North Dark World, or what Vortex said, and it's like the magic bat hammer pegs into shovel and maybe
I was gonna say, is he gonna do? He's not doing Skullwoods.
Wait, you have the glove or you have the mitts. Where are you going?
I don't know. He's going around.
Okay. Well, the scenic route. Sometimes you just want to look at those trees.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to Thieves Town.
Is this Pack of Thieves?
It is.
Oh, interesting play.
Yep. I still think I would have done Swamp before the Pack of Thieves, but he died there, just like you said. So
right.
I'm thinking like, and he knows if the boots are here, he's gonna be kicking himself to be waiting for that dot done, because he's gonna be like, oh, my opponent went there early. And
now let me tell you something about Huff too. When we were playing together, I was mentoring him. He is a hilarious person. Like I said, if you haven't followed Argy, definitely give those guys a follow. Huff is super chill with this game. He just loves playing. He likes, making fun plays. So I totally can see this from him. Just going to the Back of Thieves, like, down here, let's go back. It's there. So I like this. And
all this was 10 minutes ago for them in their time, because remember, there's a 10-minute delay in this game.
Yes, there is.
Technically, they're at 1 hour 35 minutes, but maybe we shouldn't say that. But yeah, so let's see what's in the Back of Thieves. And of course, now that it's a lot safer to go to the Back of Thieves, so yeah. All right, guys.
And questions in chat. Common this is actually game 2. Huffpuff has 1 game on Argy right now. And picks Huff died on the way to the Back of Thieves, as well as Argy. They both actually died.
Yeah.
Red Meringue.
I thought it looked red. I'm like, wait, that's the boot. No. All right, so either blind or the big chest has the final item. So he doesn't know if there's something in pets that you have to kill blind just in case. Oh my god.
Yeah, if it's not here, okay. Do you kill blind here? Do you kill blind?
Absolutely have to kill blind here. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
If it's on ped, you're
it
never
could be.
back.
It could be. This could still be a pet seed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you do it. You're here. It's a long walk. I still think I would have personally done Swamp before going back to Thieves, but that's just me. And that's why when Misery my Big Chest, he was in Thieves Town Big Chest yesterday in my cross keys race. I last location did hard.
Yeah, but hold on. I have a question for you guys and for chat. Imagine. Right? They both were in here before without the hammer, and they both tried to go to the back. Imagine they were successful, They go here to blind. They beat blind and find whatever's left. It's map or compass, right? And they know that there's an item in the big chest. That makes it even worse, right? Now you're like, great, I've orphaned this big chest over there.
Yep.
So
it's horrible. Trust me,
Art.
I did it yesterday in Crosskeys. It was really bad.
Yeah, and Captain 1977, you're absolutely right. Swamp is the most dense, 6 items plus the green pendant, and plus it's a contribution to pendant. So it's kind of like 8 items, right? Sort of.
Yeah, that's all right. Here's hammer pegs. Let's see if it's there. You're slowly eliminating places, though, very slowly.
So I think what's going on in his mind here might be efficiency, right? Like, I think he's just coming over. Let's just full clear these areas, right? Let's do Thieves Town into hammer pegs, into bats, into shovel, into swamp. So he minimizes going back through areas. Then maybe he'll do Skull Woods into the North Dark, right? Like Skull Woods into Graveyard Ledge, into Catfish or something. At this point, like either he's missed something or what. So at this point, you just want to be efficient, right? You want to make sure you like knock out entire areas instead of just kind of like if you flute and do one thing and flute and do another thing, you're gonna start losing time overall by just like randomly attacking different areas. Unless you get lucky and find the item,
Yeah, true that. All right, so we found something red. It was a red 20. It was not our boots, so we continue searching and fluting away.
Okay, so
looks like maybe swamp. I would assume swamp.
Shovel probably first.
Yeah, shovel then swamp.
And then swamp. And then I'm also curious because remember Argy kind of messed up the mirror transition before with the purple chest. So that area is a little more dense for him. So he might go do that stuff. And then redo the purple chest, and check shovel on the way.
That's a possibility, yeah. I was gonna say, Huffpuff, do you really not? Wait, did you want the 3 bombs or do you not? Oh goodness,
Confirmed. Turtle Rock had nothing but time waste. That shovel was nothing. There was nothing else there. I guess the blue mail on Trinix, but you would get that anyway, right? So nothing too great there. Where could these boots be? We have been on a hunt for boots for nearly 30 minutes at this point.
Yep. And Huffpuff will be the first one in Swamp. So,
yep, this is a swamp play.
This is definitely a swamp. Yeah, our Vortex saying Graveyard Ledge Catfish. Yeah, certainly a good call. I mean, it's not as dense as swamp, but again, Catfish is just one of those weird plays that, like, if you check it all the time, or you don't check it at all.
Yeah, I think Vortex is pointing out because at this point, Huffpuff has a decent lead over RG, right? So in order for RG to make time, he basically like has to hope that the boots are just not in swamp, and goes and does like other checks that are maybe less likely, but not as dense checks, and hope for the boots there to give him the lead. Does that make sense?
Yep. No, makes sense to me. Yeah, if they're anywhere in swamp, then yeah, this is all but over.
It's the first Captain Swamp.
Wow. That's go mode for Huffpuff at 1:30.
Go mode for Huffpuff. Okay, well, if RG just goes directly to Swamp here, if he just goes directly to Swamp, it's not too much of a lead, really, right? Like, Huffpuff's gonna go finish Desert here, but if RG finishes, oh gosh, he's got to be careful though. He's down to 1 heart.
Yeah, and I don't know if he has anything in those bottles.
I don't remember. I think he does, but I don't know if he has. I don't think he has a fairy anymore. But oh, please be careful.
Did he take the safety door? Why isn't he?
I think he did take the safety door. I think. Okay, but down goes Trinix. Very nicely done, RG. Let's see where he goes. This is big. I mean, if RG goes directly to Swamp Palace here, he will get those boots. He'll be right behind Huffpuff into desert, and GT routing could change everything.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's always the case, but yeah, this is just one of those things where, like, I mean, it is the most dense choice, but he's probably gonna do Spike Cave first.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you're up here on the mountain. This is a good time to do it. I like that he's choosing to do Spike Cave after Turtle Rock. I think Huffpuff did it before, and I think after a little bit better to do.
Yeah, it's just the lead gets bigger and bigger every second he's not going to those boots.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. This is a very sensible play, though. Like, I don't
absolutely
criticize this at all.
I'm agreeing with you. So, yeah, Huffpuff with a 1-0 series lead. Looking to end it here today. If you're a fan of argy, you need him to go directly to Swamp Palace. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And you have to hope that he goes and finds the GT Big Key before his opponent.
And, there's always, like, execution is a thing, as well as, just bad luck. Like, sometimes, people fall on Ganon or take a death, like, happens all the time. I mean, literally yesterday I fell on Ganon, and I've done Ganon how many times now? Anything can still happen, but this is, at this point, currently Huffpuff's game.
Yeah, because it looks like argy is going to be doing other things, like, thinking about Skull Woods, but no, it looks like...
I think he was going to go around like Huffpuff did, but I'm glad he remembered he had the mitts here. All right, what is this? Is this Thieves Town?
Yeah, looks...
No, he's skipping Thieves. Wait, what?
Yeah, where is he going?
Maybe he's changing his mind? Oh, Magic Bat. This is Magic Bat.
Yep.
I think. Oh, wait. I think
he's confused.
I think he's going to combine. Yeah, he's like, oh, wait, no, I want to do Hammer Pegs.
Yep.
And Magic Bat. Okay, there it is.
Yep.
And maybe Purple Chest as well. So he's going to take this loop. This is a good play. This is similar to what Huffpuff did. Huffpuff just added the Thieves Town play in there. It'll probably finish off as
well. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. There's 22 locations for the Big Key to be. Where is it going to be?
What do you think, Nitro? What's your guess?
6. I always go with 6.
I'm going to say 4.
4, huh?
4 is my favorite and lucky number, so let's just go with 4.
And I'm going with 6 because I go with 6 all the time. And I've been right once.
You've been right once? Wow.
Once.
I don't think I've ever been right when I guess 4, but I've been right a few times when I don't guess 4.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. You have, and of course, if you win, you get to win our pride and our admiration, and that's all that we care about.
And just a reminder to Huffpuff and argy, if you're watching this, and if I said anything as a commentator that was kind of iffy, please let me know. I didn't mean anything wrong by it. I think you guys are doing absolutely amazing jobs. You're demonstrating really good execution. You're showing us what you can do as mentees in the fighter bracket. You're kicking some butt. You look like pro runners here, so keep it up. You've come a long way, and you're just getting better every time.
Yep.
Fighter Sword represent.
Yep. Chest number 1, small key. Chest number 2, heart container. We go to the left. All right, so let's see. Is it on the torch? Would the boots have been required no matter what? It is not. So only for desert, of course. So that's check number 3. We're going to continue on. It looks like we're going to do Stalfos room. Oh, Greg Corbin made a list for you, Smirk. There you go.
Not for me. Oh. I should be done with these lists. I never realized a mentee.
5. Oh, if he had just put the 1 bar, I would have been right.
It was the average of us two. It was the average of us two.
Did anyone guess 5?
No, I don't think so. Looks like Pix and you both got 6. But if we're playing by Price is Right rule,
then you win.
Woo, let's go.
Look, Pick 6 and I are like representing the number 6. That's all I have to say. He and I represent that number hard.
I guess so. Wait, did Captain guess that? No, Captain's our tracker. He said 5 is what the actual thing was. Captain guessed 7 earlier.
He guessed 7, yeah. All right. Well, now obviously we have to do the GT climb, which is just normal rando stuff. And yeah, here we go.
And here's argy going into swamp, so he's going to get his boots here and be in go mode as well. So not too far behind, just the desert palace in the mood.
Yeah, but
it's GT big key fine,
more than likely be too little, too late.
Picks making a good point. If Huffpuff had gone counterclockwise in that room, then you guys would have been right. Would have been 6.
See, Pix and I are the same.
Okay. So wait, you guys go counterclockwise in that room?
Yeah, I mean, of course you do. Just so it's number 6.
Okay. Huffpuff showing that BMO's where it's at. Shots at the BMO's left and right. But doing a very good job here. Applying the gauntlet. And there's the boots for argy.
All right, so he's in go mode now too, which is good. So that's always the best part about stuff is you don't want to be in go mode after your opponent finishes. That's the worst.
Yeah. I'm my goal is like as long as I can get to go mode before my opponent finishes, I'm happy.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, it would have been kind of cool if Huffpuff was on Landmo 2 as argy was on Landmo 1. But yeah, so unless something drastic changes, Huffpuff will be our Fighter Sword champion, but we will wait till he kills Ganon to say such things because we don't want to jinx anybody. Because then Huffpuff will have my head on a stick, I'm sure.
Okay, I like Huffpuff checking his bottles here. I saw that he had a red potion. I don't know if he has anything else. I mean, it would just be the red potion, but it's good information because it lets you know what you can do in your Ganon fight.
Right.
All right. Got the small key. Just mirror argy. Oh wait, no, you have to get the big key. You're right.
Don't tell him.
You're right. Don't just mirror. Don't do it.
Don't listen to Smirk. He just makes these weird plays all the time. Yes, wait, Captain 1977, give him a Smirk, please, just for that.
No. Yes. Right, now mirror. You don't need to go. Wait, no, just mirror. Okay, there. Well, you got an extra heart.
I'm giving Smirk a Smirk, please. Don't tell him not to mirror before. That would be bad. Actually, that would be
mirror without the big key and go to the back. That'll go really well. Oh no, it's been added to the.
Oh, great court!
How are you making a list for me? Not fair.
Oh, great! You're so funny. I love it. Smirk would still be chilling in pod. What? Smirk would have finished this scene already 10 minutes ago. He would have been.
Yeah, you know, I would have had that flute a long time ago. I know I would have bungled something. I would have taken forever to find something. What that something is, I don't know, but it would have been something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And here we go. The Agate 2.
How good is your trigonometry or geometry, whatever it is?
Agonometry.
Agonometry, right.
All right, that was 2 hits, I think, and that was another 1. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, nice triple there. Yeah, cheering, cheering. Let's go.
So wait, so
And
your mentee is about to win the fighter sword bracket, dude.
oh my gosh,
Your mentee
it's
is
a
about to
legacy.
represent and tag in. Smirk was the 2021 fighter sword bracket champion, and Huffpuff is a Ganon fight away and crossing a 1x3 bridge from being the 2022 fighter sword bracket champion.
That's
All right,
all he
on to
needs.
Ganon. And on to Ganon, and RG still needs to do some stuff like climb the tower and stuff. So Huffpuff would have to fall about 4 or 5 times before RG would catch up at this point.
For sure. And it looks like he's taking, Huffpuff is just saying, you know what, I'm just going to play it safe here. He has a blue potion, a green potion, and a red potion. With half magic, you can easily just, turn on that cape and do spins or slashes here and get through this phase real quick. Down phase 2, already into phase 3 of Ganon. Meanwhile, RG is making his way up to GT. Did we freeze?
I hope it's
Oh,
true.
no.
No, that would be bad.
Oh, no, what happened? Wait, are both of them freezing? What happened? Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's the delay. I wonder
What would the
if, like,
delay have to
maybe,
do with freezing?
well, if they both, like, cut stream, for instance.
I hope
Oh, we're a
not.
little bit ahead of the Twitch as well, by the way. Okay, no, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, I'm confused. I was confused. Anyway, we're on to phase 3 of Ganon.
Phase 3.
And we do have silvers, so we don't have to do silverless nonsense.
Oh, oof, that was close.
Oh.
Just the hit there. Oh, so close.
Well, the torch glitch on silvers is not as important as on silverless, especially. Well, Master Sword silverless is like really important to get the torch glitch, but Tempered Sword silverless it's important, but it's not as important, I don't think. All right, is this it? Yup, there's it.
There it goes. All right, the final challenge.
Bridge. And RG is just about to open GT. Get your GGs in chat for Huffpuff, who will be our 2022 Fighter Sword Champion!
Woo! Fighter Sword Bracket Champion 2022 Go Mode Podcast. huffpuff1337 takes it away.
Oh, goodness.
GGs.
I always wanted to say that, so I got a chance. So
there you go. You got it.
Is RG going to throw in the towel? He, at this point, knows his opponent is finished.
Right. But, if he's choosing to finish this out, this is one thing all of my mentors have told me, look, you always have to do GT and Ganon in every seed. If you're that close, might as well just finish it out,
Wait, we just need RG to go counterclockwise, guys, and we'll have our
be 6. There you go.
Right? He just got to go counterclockwise. We'll all be good.
Oh, okay. All right. I think maybe nope.
Oh, he must have just saw the notification and.
Okay.
So maybe he's gonna finish. I mean, you're right. You if you're in GT already, you might as well finish it. Like if you were not in GT and you don't want to, obviously not. But
yeah. You're already in GT. I think he's gonna. Oh, is he going counterclockwise? He's going counterclockwise. He's going counterclockwise.
Yes, he's gonna be number 6. No, he's going to 7. What is that nonsense? All right, we'll give the one more. Wait.
He skipped 6 and he went straight to captain.
Give the win to our tracker, because to be honest with you guys, we are just the clowns up here. Without the trackers, we would have no idea what we're talking about for the last 2 hours. So
absolutely,
I always bow down to our trackers. So Captain 1977, thank you so much for tracking. Yeah, I'm in shambles.
You are.
Just, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That was awesome.
So anyway, so Huffpuff finishes with official art race time.gg time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 47 seconds. Sorry. Get your God. Yeah, I'm in shambles. Absolutely in shambles. And Great Corbin's right. We're both in shambles.
We are. But all right, let's focus here on Argy. He's going ahead and finishing off this race. He's on the climb right now, showing us what he's learned throughout the mentor tournament as well. Definitely shout outs to Argy. Good execution all around. Very good routing. Very sensible plays. And yeah, I hope we get them both here for interviews so that we can ask them how they felt with some of the things that happened in the seat today. Oh, speaking of, Huffpuff is here with us.
Oh,
GG's Huffpuff.
GG's Huffpuff. I didn't know you were here. Nobody told me. GG.
I've been here for like 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh, she's been here the whole time.
And probably laughing at us idiots here, like, I'm just gonna sit here until I'm acknowledged.
Yeah.
All right, so just so you know, to give you a heads up, once Argy gets to the Ganon fight, we may take a pause while he does the Ganon fight. But before then, how does it feel? 2022 Go Pockets champion.
Yeah, it's Pog. It's
Pog.
pretty good. Still don't know how I got here, but you know what? It's cool.
Heck yeah. So, what did you think about the seed? What are some of your thoughts going through the seed? What was in your mind coming into it as a 1-0? Did you think to play a little more aggressive or a little safer? What were your thoughts?
More aggressive. I know I skipped a couple things like iced tea. I was just like, yeah, I'll just leave them.
Yeah, so we were like, okay, honestly, both us, Nitro and myself, as well as chat, we were all going bananas because you both, maybe I'll wait till Argy gets here to say this, but you both died in the back of Thieves Town. And you both skipped iced tea. So like, we were like, oh, what the other person gets there when they get to that spot. But then you guys did the same thing, so it was really funny. But yes, Great Corbin making a really good point in chat. You got here because you obviously practiced and learned. And that is 100% true. You know, you went through the full 6 weeks in Swiss, and you also did your own bracket climbing this entire time. So all of that, plus any additional practice you did, you know, the hard work and the effort you put into this, that's why you're here. So.
Yeah.
All right, Argy, working his way here. He's got to be a little careful. He's on 1 heart. He does have potions, but if he could just make it to, I think it's like the room with the fairy.
And he has powder, so he should be good to go.
He has the powder, so if he gets to that fairy room, he can just recover his health there.
And my question, Huffpuff, for you is, if you skip cutscene the first time, but not iced tea, I just curious why you skipped cutscene and why you would go back for cutscene.
Iced tea was out of logic at the time because I didn't have flute or lamp. But cutscene was very in logic.
And flute was just sitting right on on the pyramid the whole time.
Yeah.
Just sitting there for you. And then of course lamp was also just sitting in Misery Mire.
Oh yeah, that was a relief because you know Dark Mire, no boots.
So how is your Dark Mire should you have needed to do it?
I see. The thing was, I only had I think I only what green mail 9 hearts at the time.
Yep.
Something around there.
Mm-hmm.
No boots, so I couldn't do a setup I learned one time. It would have been interesting. I probably would have wound up burning through at least 1 pot, probably more. Just trying to get the Samara block down, but yeah, it's whatever.
But fortunately, it was just chilling there right before the dark stuff in Mire, so not too big a deal, right?
It's always nice when it's just sitting in plain sight and you're like, oh my god, my opponent probably had that 2 hours ago. Because that's how I feel when I see something like that. I'm like, wait, my opponent probably had that 2 hours ago, didn't they?
So actually, while we're on the topic of the out of logic, I'm curious, and I imagined it was for routing efficiency, but what was the reasoning behind your choice to go to Ice Palace before the Pot Eastern?
That is a good question. Why did I go to ice again?
Because, my thoughts were, okay, well, we found all these items on the mountain. We know that the lamp or flute have to be somewhere that's accessible, and we know that it can't be an Ice Palace. So, my thought is like, oh, let's go to all the places that it could be first, right, to find them. Because if it's the flute, we might be in Como.
I'm trying to remember if I had a bow at the time. I'm assuming I probably
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, because I found Silver's on Zora Ledge, right?
Yeah. So my thought was like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's getting it because it's the red crystal, so he can get ice and then
that's
Eastern.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, here is the Ganon fight for RG. So let's take a quick moment here while he gets through this fight. Okay, I didn't count. Is that phase 1 already?
I believe so.
No, not quite. I think now he's past phase 1. All right, here we go. Phase 2. Oh.
Yeah, Ganon still hurts, even on Blue Mountain.
He does still hurt quite a lot. And not opting to use the cape strats, I didn't remember if RG had the blue potion. I think he has a blue potion, but choosing to go with the hook shot. Nice bat dodges there. And into phase 3. Gotta be careful, you're at 1 heart. Just use a potion. Oh wait, does he have a fairy? I think he has a fairy. Yes.
Yeah, lucky for him. Whew. Yeah, that never feels good either.
It's one of those things when you're in Ganon, he just does so much damage that it's hard to like notice when you're low on hearts. Even if you got the beeps going, like.
Well, he does 7 on Blue Mail?
6, I believe.
6
if you get bodied by, it's 8 on green mail, 6 on blue, and 4 on.
4?
Yeah. All right, but he's through the hard part here. He's in phase 3, almost phase 4. Gonna go for the torch glitch here. Gets it. Oh, there was a moment where Huffpuff, you gave us quite a scare on Ganon. You missed Flash and took a hit with the fire, but didn't. I was like, oh. Chat was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my heart like actually just stopped for a second there. Like, I'm not again.
Mine would have too. All right, so RG finishes Ganon and just needs to cross a 1x3 bridge, and then he will complete the seed. So get your GGs in chat for RG, and we'll get his official time from the racetime.gg, and it is 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 22 seconds. Good for second place. And yeah, so get your GGs in chat for him, and hopefully he'll be joining us here in the commentaries booth, and we won't just be he won't be just staring at himself twiddling his thumbs like Huffpuff was.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out this time to see if once he joins. So, GGs to RG. Very nicely done. And I think I'm reading in the race room, it does sound like RG does intend to join us here. So hopefully there he is in the green room. Feel free to jump on in. There he is. GG's RG.
RG.
Thanks a lot. GG to Huffpuff.
Yeah, GG's to both of you guys. And before we get started here, I did want to ask you, we already asked Huffpuff, but what were your thoughts going into this seed? Like coming in, a loss or a win behind, did you want to target the seed a little more aggressively or try to play a little more cautiously? Like, what were your thoughts going in?
Both, to be honest. At the beginning, I thought maybe decent because in my opinion, the last execution from the first race, Huffpuff was very far ahead of me. So I thought, just do what you can, and then we will see. Then after we opened Dark World so early, I thought, let's check and try to go aggressive, because normally I am a bit afraid with that less hearts and green mail in Dark World.
Yeah, for sure. And we thought the same thing. We were like, okay, so because Huff decided to go ahead and go to South Shore, even did a Houlihan to like try to get Zora money, whereas you went straight into the Dark World after getting those myths after Kakariko. So we were like, oh, maybe that's his thought process. Like, maybe I need to play a little more aggressive today, and try to, get an item early or something like that.
Sadly, Thiefstown and Skullwoods didn't pay it off, as far as I remember. So
yeah, Thiefstown had the mirror, which was
yes, it's true.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is, and I told Huffpuff this already too, but both of you went to Thieves Town. Both of you decided to go to the back without the hammer and look for items, and you both got to the mirror and then died after that and left.
Yeah.
So we were both like, let's see if person gets there, but neither of you got there because you both died. And then later on, you went to Ice Palace, and we were hoping you would check Ice Tea Room because that's something I've skipped. But then you skipped Ice Tea Room as well. So, what was your thought process with those skips?
I don't really know how to get in Ice Tea. I forgot it completely.
That's a reason. Yeah, so with that room, if you do it the way that you did it with the diver down, all you have to do is go back up the stairs and go to the right. So you go back up the stairs, you have this hallway, you go down the hallway, and it puts you back into that room where, you normally drop down into.
Yes, I remember.
And then you go to the right, and that puts you in the room where you can get a key from the pot, and there's a fire bar spinning around, and you have to go flip the switch and go down into the. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So that's how you do it. But that's a very good reason for not doing it.
Maybe if I turn back into it, sure, I would found it after a few minutes, but I don't think it was worth. So one chest I did. Come on.
Well, and apparently it was the right call. It was not required in the seed. We will never know what's in it.
Nope.
Probably Ragmal.
Then I hoped we don't need boots, but sadly we need it.
Yeah,
you needed boots no matter what you did.
So there was a point in the game where you guys were really close. Like it could have turned out really close. You guys were pretty close for the majority of the seed. You guys made very similar plays when all was said and done. Saying like similar kinds of skips and checks. Once you both went to TR. And you both made a very, very sensible play to do the checks and the orders that you did, right? But Huffpuff actually decided to go back to Thiefstown and check the back. And you skipped Thiefstown. And we were thinking like, oh, because you've just finished TR right as Huffpuff was finding the boots in Swamp. And we were saying, oh, if argy goes directly to Swamp after Turtle Rock, gets those boots, they're like neck and neck. It'll be very, close.
Sadly, I've thought about going straight to Swamp Palace because there are a lot of checks. But then I thought, you get this the checks in Kakariko early, and then you skipped it. Maybe you should just take them. They lead you to Swamp Palace and then checked it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about you, Huffpuff? What kind of guided your decision to go back into Thieves before doing, the shovel and powder and all that stuff?
Mostly Thieves Town because it was available really early, and if boots were there, I'd kind of want them, and I felt like I could afford to just go back there and see if they were there.
All right, yeah, definitely makes sense. Nitro, do you have any other questions about specific things?
No, I'm just very proud of both of you. I mean, we all, the three of us, the two commentators, myself and smercjd, and our Tracker, Captain 97, we're all in the fighter sword bracket, so we all know what this is like, and you guys did phenomenal. And it's, you know,
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great tournament. You guys learn a lot, and you know, we were all there last year, and I'm sitting next to the other one from the winner from last year, which I'm always bowing down to. But no, you guys were phenomenal. And like I said, the only questions that thoughts that I would have had was, you know, was to your opponent who skipped Ice-T and didn't skip Meyer cutscene, but you routed Meyer cutscene in, and so the only other question is how for you, RG, is how is your dark rooms should you have not found the lamp in Meyer?
Again, sorry.
If you didn't find the lamp in Meyer, how are your Meyer dark rooms?
To be honest, it's better with boots to find this one, and yeah, we did the other rooms. I think maybe we can handle it. I was happy I found the lamp.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I know that at this point in time, last year when I was in the fighter bracket, it's definitely one of the scariest things for me to do. So, you know, with that lamp in Meyer, I know that it would have taken me forever to get my butt over to Meyer, just because I didn't want to go there without a lamp. So I'm very proud to see that both of you went there anyway. You're like, no, this is not gonna, you know, scare me away from going into Meyer. So good job to both of you there. You both tackled the dark rooms in Pod and Eastern very nicely, the mountain and all of that. And I did want to echo what Nitro said as well. And I think we got to close up here soon. But I did want to echo what Nitro said about just being really proud to, you know, commentate for you guys today as, you know, fighter sword participants. Myself and Nitro and Captain 1977 were all in the fighter sword bracket last year. And we're very proud to see the two finalists today and commentate for you guys. Congratulations once again to Huffpuff for taking the championship, and for Argy to getting second place in the fighter sword bracket. Big
Thanks
GG's to you both.
Thanks to GMP for doing this tournament. I learned a lot.
And just think, you two could be commentating next year's the 2023 championship and doing the same thing that we are doing now.
Would be awesome.
You guys should sign up for comms right now for the Fighter Sword Championship match next year so that you guys can commentate together just like we did.
For sure. And the last question I have for you guys is, moving forward, where do you guys see yourself going? Playing more Rando, getting better, doing more things?
Of course, I will do some ladder races or normal, improve some more, because in my opinion, there was a lot of space to improve my routing and execution.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement, right?
True.
Yep. Even the elite runners always have room for improvement. Just remember that.
All right. Well, I think we both, I think everybody hopes to see more of you guys, but we're going to go ahead and close out here today. I think we've got some other things coming up that we got to go do. So thank you once again to Huffpuff and Argy for putting on an incredible race today for us. Very exciting, very fun to watch. Big thank you to Nitro, my good buddy, for co-commenting with me today on a whim. I appreciate it. And for Captain 1977 for jumping into track. Another huge thank you to Amarith, who is behind the scenes doing all sorts of crazy things all the time, literally every moment of the day, looking out for everyone. Thank you, Amarith. You are so awesome. And to GMP, Go Mode Podcast, for doing this today. This community is such an amazing community. Just a thank you to everybody. And a thank you to chat as well for hanging out with us today. Keep an eye out for more tournaments. I think we're going to be going over to ZSR here soon.
Don't forget, there is game 2 of the Master Sword bracket tonight, right here on this very channel at 8 p.m. So, sorry, that's 2 days from now. It looked like a 7. Sorry, 2 days from now. So yeah.
All right, and with that, thank you everyone, and see you guys next time.
See ya.
Good night.
Meh.